Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. You know what time it is. It is time for the LockMarie Talk Show with Joker. Show me my love. Yes, yes, show me my love. It's your girl, Coach LockMarie. Shout out to Black. What's up, Black? I can do it too, so, next time you need somebody to collab with Black, hit me up, alright? Ha 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 ha. Shout out to the one, Beats by the one, my little brother. Hey, 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 hey. I'm a real street. Hey, hey, went to school with a good. Hey, hey. You guys gotta understand. Game time. Ooh, that's hard, y'all. Game time, game time, game time, game time, game time, game time, game time. When he do the remix, I want to be on it. You hear me? The one. Game time, 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 game time. Hey, hey. I want to be on the video too. In a red tiger suit. Y'all hush. Happy Mother's Day! It's Mother's Day, y'all. What y'all doing today? You going to church? You going to church? That's right. Go to church with your mama today. I'm chilling today. I'm going to relax and enjoy this peace and quiet. Y'all hear that? Yeah, you wasn't supposed to hear nothing because it's peaceful. Excuse me. But yes. I was about to say something about the raps. People always running their mouth about rappers and the lyrics. Okay. If you would be more open-minded and get outside your box and your thought process and your beliefs and realize everybody don't come from the life you lived. Everybody don't have the story you have, nor do everyone tell their story in the same way. I write books, okay? I do podcasts. I tell my story in snippets here or there, right? Throughout my books, my podcasts, seminars, events I go to speak to women, children, whatever, right? Rappers, lyricists, entertainers, artists, singers, they tell their stories through their music, okay? And you cannot fault nor down another person for speaking their truth. That's the life they lived. I used to hear all the time, especially when I was younger. All they talk about is and they're just talking about all this drugs and all this killing and all. Okay, they lived that. That was their life. How are you going to tell someone? Don't nobody want to hear about you and your ministry and how you. I mean, you talk what you know. You can only speak from your lifestyle, from your perspective. Now, if you want to give them a better life, give them something else to talk about, then shut up, hand over some money, help them move out of the neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying, help them advance, help them go to school, help them do some stuff different, right? And then they'll have something else to talk about. But if that's the life they lived and the life they live currently, what else is there for them to discuss or talk about? You have to look at it from their perspective. You have to be open-minded and realize everybody is different. Some people only talk about blue skies and green grass. Some people only, because that's what the people's, and there is no right or wrong. Because I guarantee you, there's somebody out there who can relate to everything being said in every song. You may not be able to relate to it because you're not supposed to. No one person can relate to every single piece of music or every podcast or every book written. There are things that I don't even read because it ain't got nothing to do with me. It don't touch me. It don't move me. It don't affect me one way or the other, good, bad, or indifferent. I have no problems with it. I don't down it because it's done. Why they writing all these books about, why they doing all this? Because somebody in the world somewhere is affected by it in a good way. Someone else is given hope by knowing that someone else lived the same life that they lived or dealt with what they dealt with. And for you to take that hope from someone because you don't agree with it, shame on you. We are listening to the Beats by the One. These are some of my brother beats. Game Time New Level. New Level 2, In Motion, Turn Up, and That Right is what we're listening to now. Excuse me. Where's my water? I didn't make my tea this morning. I'm not at my regular spot. I'm at my other spot, so I'm still trying to unpack some stuff. Okay. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say as far as the raps and the different artists that people, always running their mouth about, or the videos they seeing and things. Like, just, if you can't help people, or if you can't look at things from a positive perspective, then change your perspective or change what you're looking at. There's plenty other things for you to focus on than to focus on something that you don't like. You ain't got to even, this is a big world. There's enough out there for you to find peace and happiness in. Something that you can speak well of, than to always focus on stuff. Instead of focusing on the young girls who showing all their cleavage and got all their thighs out, why don't you focus on the ones that get straight A's in school? Focus on the ones that just started a career. Find something good to talk about. How about that? And if you look, take time to look for it. Maybe that'll occupy some of your time searching for something good. If you cannot say something good, just keep looking. Don't say nothing until you can. How about that? Because I deal with a lot of young people now, more so than before, and just to hear them talk, and I listen to them. I listen to what they're saying. And these young people, they're very intelligent. They're very well established mentally, and they know, they exactly know what they want to do, how they want to do it, but they got to deal with some of us. You know, them older generations who's still trying to figure stuff out. Who 9 times out of 10 hating because the younger generation already got it together or got the opportunity to do things that you couldn't do or you didn't do until you was in your 60s or your 70s. But so instead of you pushing and supporting them, you want to hate on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. And that's what these young people got to deal with from their parents on up. And it's sad. It really is. But I commend them. I applaud them. And I tell them daily, you got choices in life. Choose ye this day. It is your choice what you do with your life. Saw a young man the other day. He said he was 17, I think it was. And he was a tall young man. So, I did it purposely. I said, do you play sports? He was like, he kind of grinned. He said, no. I said, you don't want to? He said, no. I said, good. I said, and you don't have to. And he looked at me. I said, always remember you have a choice. I said, what is it that you want to do? I said, you want to be a doctor, a lawyer? And he kind of grinned. He said, I don't know yet. I said, okay. I said, but just remember, whatever you do, make sure you're happy doing it. Don't let anybody tell you have to do something because of what they believe. You do it because that's something you want to do. And I gave him the reference of my son and how at one point people were trying to push him to be some big football player. Oh, he gonna be a football player. He a big dude. He gonna be this. I asked him. I said, David, do you want to play football? He said, no. I said, then you don't have to. I'm not gonna force my son to do nothing based off of what other people think. Even based off of what his father thinks, or even based off of what I think. We are not him. We don't have to live his life. That's not our life to live. Our lives are our lives. We gave him life so he could live his. Ooh, that's deep. I'm going to applaud myself on that one. Parents, you gave your children. You were the vessels of life for them to live their own life. Not for you to live through them. Not for you to finish living what you couldn't. No. Not for you to try and dream through. No. You still have your own life. If you want to do something, do it. But let your children have their own life. Mamas, stay out your sons' relationships. I don't care how many Mother's Days you observed. I don't care how long it's just been you and your son. If I hear another young girl talk about the mother of their man or their mother-in-law and how much of a nosy busybody she is, still in her son's affairs, and he a good grown ass man. I mean good and grown, way over the age of 21. Like, women, look, get a life, get a cat, get a dog, get something. Cause I know you can't get no man not with that attitude. Get a life, get a cat, get a dog, get a hobby. But get out of your son's relationship, please. Just because you messed up your life, do not mess up another young girl's and your son's life. Stay out of it. Their life is their life. Let them have their space. And it's sad. It really is. It is so sad, the things that some of these young people have to deal with dealing with these older folks. If you can't help them, leave them alone. Point blank. And you helping them ain't giving them your 2 cents. You helping them ain't, I'm helping them by telling. No, you not. Mind your business. That's how you help them. Mind your business. If they didn't ask for your help, they don't need your help. If they need your help, they'll ask. If they want your 2 cents, they'll ask. Believe me, they don't have no problems. I have total strangers, young girls, young men, coming and asking me questions. Excuse me, ma'am, can I ask you a question? Yeah. Now, if they can't do that with you, something wrong. Mind your business. Let these young folks live their life. You lived yours. 90% of y'all told your mama where to go, how to get there, what to do when she got there. Now you want to be all up in... No. Stay out of these folks' business. That's one thing I respect about my grandmother. She would speak. She loved us. She showed her love, but she let us live our lives. And she would tell us. She like, I'm not going to get him. That's your life, your decision to make. I can't make that decision for you. And that's what helped a lot of us to start making our own decisions. Then you had other, grandparents. You had other parents who want to make every decision for you. Want to tell you what to do, how to do it. And and now as you get older, you looking like, wait a minute. Like I was definitely asking the wrong folks or listening to the wrong folks. Because they still ain't got their stuff together. And then those same parents and those same people you asking, you got to turn around and help them. So it's for everybody to, and if you just gonna help people out the goodness of their heart, 90% of the folks, just bless them financially. That's a great way to help without hurting them. Nobody will ever turn down your money. If you really want to help somebody, just write them a check. Give them cash. Send them some cash app. That'll show that you love them. If you want to help them. You ain't ever got to not feel like you're not helping someone. You can help them. You can definitely help them without getting in their business. Let's see. I want to go. Y'all know I read the Everyday Positive Thinking, Louise Hayes. Well, look, it says I wanted to go back because my little post-it had came out. So I started flipping through and I was like, man, like looking back at the older ones that I read, I said, we're going to start this again because these are some good ones. Like you can read them, the same ones over and over and get different, things from it. So we're going to start back at some of the beginnings because it's been over 100 episodes. So y'all done forgot about it anyway. So it's just like brand new. All right, let's see where we at now. So we have listened to Turn Up. We listened to That Right. We listened to Hey. We listened to Yes, and now we're listening to Midnight by Beats by The One. Okay. It says, the thoughts you choose to think and believe right now are creating your future. These thoughts form your experiences tomorrow, next week, and next year. Louise Hay. Hey, that's the author of the book. I love listening to her YouTube station. She's a very wise, or she was a very wise woman. But listen to what it's saying. The thoughts you choose to think and believe right now are creating your future. Now look, if you're in your 50s, your 60s, or your 70s, think back to when you're in your 20s, your 30s, and your 40s. All those thoughts that you thought back then is where you are and why you are where you are right now. So if you're not where you want to be, or you're not living the life you want to live, then guess what? It's up to you to change that by changing your thoughts. Because each day, your thoughts create your future. And I'm learning that, and I've grasped that, and I'm telling you, I will literally, I will think something. I won't even speak it. And this has been happening. It's been slowly but surely starting to manifest in my life more within the last 5 to 7 years. I've been noticing it. I'll think something. I won't even pray it or speak it or wish it. I'll just think it. It'll just be a slight thought. And within minutes or months, it happens. What really used to get my attention in particular was like where I lived when I was in California. They, different neighborhoods and stuff. I like, you know what? It would be nice if they opened up a da-da-da. And that would just be a thought like, I wish I had a nearby, or just anything. Or, I wish I had a bike trail. Or just simple stuff that I wouldn't even really think no more of, right? Next thing I look up, there it is. And it would I would laugh because I'm like, that's crazy. But now that I know how life works and how God set up the law of attraction to work, and how everything in life, we create our reality. Now that I know all of that, I realize that's what was happening. And the reason it manifests so quickly was because I didn't have any resistance or any doubt or anything hindering from the time I asked until the time I received. There was clear channel, and it could go straight from my mind to God's ears back down. And that's the way it's supposed to happen. But it takes longer because we got so much resistance, so much negativity, so much fluff and stuff from the time we think it or speak it until the time it gets up there. By the time it tries to come back down, nothing. It takes months, weeks, years. Some people have transitioned on and never received things because of themselves. It has nothing to do with anyone else but ourselves. We are our only hindrances. If you want a certain life, if you want something in your life, then you need to watch the thoughts you think, because they are creating your future. These thoughts form your experiences tomorrow, next week, and next year. It's up to you. And if you don't believe it, start being more aware of it. And see, that was the thing. For years, I wasn't in control of my thoughts. My thoughts just ran rapid. Things would come across my mind and I would think on it, and then I would continue to think on it, think whether it was positive or negative. Because I thought it, I I would like literally have to think it. I thought, if that makes sense. But every thought that comes in your mind, you don't have to dwell on it. You don't have to focus on it. You don't have to allow it. My grandmother used to say that. You can't stop a bird from flying over your head, but you can darn sure stop them from sitting on top of your head and making a nest. You can stop certain thoughts from taking action and taking root in your mind. Change what you think. And how do you stop a thought? By changing it and focusing on something else. You can't you instead of saying I'm not going to think about that, because you're thinking about it when you're saying you're not going to think about it. You replace it. That's what you do. So that you don't have to worry about thinking about it. You just replace the thought with something else. You replace it with a new thought. If it's something as general as the green grass outside, or the blue skies, or your favorite dessert, or your favorite place to go on vacation, whatever it is, that's what you do. You change it to something that you can feel good about thinking about. Is a nice beat. This is Beats by The One. Proud of my brother. He did a good job, and he's doing a great job. Really proud of him. And even he's an example of that. If people would learn to support their children from young ages, then they would be you look at some of our artists and some of our entertainers who parents pushed them and supported them and encouraged them from young ages. They've been in their careers or their passions for years because they had the support of their parents. So it was, smoother. But it still can be done, because my brother, he didn't have a lot of that, especially when it came to music or even sports. Certain things that he had the desire to do and he could do well, he was not supported in it. And but he's had a great life, and he's living a great life, and now he's doing music, and he's taught himself how to play the piano, the keyboard. He's taught himself how to play the bass. He plays the drums, so I'm really proud of him. I'm proud of my brother. He's doing a great job. And see, now he'll be able to tell my nieces and my nephews, that they can do whatever they want to do. They can start out young doing things that they desire and have a passion for. And that's a good thing. I don't know if y'all could tell, but I'm really relaxed right now. I'm in that zone. I done got comfortable and got relaxed. But yeah, this was a really good thought. So let's start. Today's Sunday. So from this Sunday to next Sunday, let's be more intentional with our thoughts. The thoughts you choose to think and believe right now are creating your future. These thoughts form your experiences that you deal with tomorrow, next week, and next year. So let's see. Let's think of something right now together. I expect us to have happy, peaceful, prosperous, successful weeks. Next week will be the best week of our lives. How's that? That's a thought we're going to think. When something else comes, something other than a positive thought tries to plant itself in your head, I want you to think, I'm going to have a great week. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to be happy. And the more you say that, the more you get of that. Ladies, you're looking for a lover. You're looking for a husband. You're looking for a boo thing. I want you to say, every time you see an attractive man, say, ooh, I'm so grateful for my man. I am so attracted to my man. My man is so good to me. He treats me so well. I am so in love with my man. You have to see it before you see it. And if you see it before you see it, then you'll, see it. Like I tell people all the time, I have no problems receiving or attracting desires and things, right? Now, when you're dealing with another person and another person's energy, another person's thoughts, another person's desires, you can't control them. You can only control yourself. So some people can attract, that's what they say, you can receive gifts and you can receive blessings, but are you capable and are you willing and are you ready for what you receive in order to keep it or maintain it? You can attract a woman of substance as myself, but can you sustain her? Can you keep her? Can you support her and take care of her, provide for her? That's not her job to do. She's doing her part, but are you man enough to step up and do what you're supposed to do? That's for you to do. That's not for her to do. And women, stop feeling bad because you don't. And because you don't want to. And don't settle. I don't care who it is or what it is. You know what you want. You know what you desire. You can have it. Remember, your thoughts and your beliefs create what happens next to you. So you have to purpose in your heart what it is that you desire. And don't waver from it. Don't let other people tell you what does exist, what doesn't exist. I messed up a lot. It all happened for my good though, but I look back and I would have had a total different situations had I knew how to take my own thoughts and realize that there was nothing wrong with the thoughts I was thinking. with the standards that I had and the way I wanted situations. It did exist and it does exist. But you have people, oh, your standards too high. You're never gonna find anybody to match that, or you. If you believe it, you won't. But if you believe it, you shall receive it. So we each have choices, and you can reset your mind. You can reset your thoughts. You can switch. All of that can be changed. You don't have to, oh, well, this is the way it is, so I guess, no, 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 no. Mm-mm. You can start all over again. You can get everything your heart desires and some. And it don't have to look like, sound like, smell like, taste like, be like what nobody else wants it to be but you. As long as you happy with it, that's all that matters. Alright. And also I wanted to say, one of my podcast episodes, I want to say it's episode 119, has been taken down. Good looking out, bro, my brother. I know that he supports me and he listens to my podcast. But I had some technical difficulties on that one, so I'm going to do it. And ain't no sweat off my game, because I can always redo a podcast because I got plenty to say about it. So yeah. So if you see it goes from 118 to 120, that's because I pulled 119. Alright. Alright, y'all. Happy Mother's Day. Hopefully you guys have a great Mother's Day. And relax and take care of yourself. And we're going to give a shout out to all the mothers. For being the vessels to which life is birthed, and people are able to come into this world in order to live and to enjoy the passions and purposes placed within them. Thank you for producing the children and creating life. We appreciate you. We honor you. All right, you guys. I love you. I wish you well. And until the next episode, peace.